In ancient Chinese legends, dragons were said to rule the skies. They were untouchable, mysterious, and feared. They weren't just beasts, they were symbols of power, destiny, and fire that could reshape entire kingdoms. Centuries later, that same symbol has returned. Not in stories, not in myths, but in cold steel, carbon fiber, and stealth technology. Its name is the J-20, and it may just be the fighter jet that rewrote the rules of modern air combat. This isn't just a plane, it's a message. A statement that China is no longer looking up to the world's aerospace giants. It wants to stand shoulder to shoulder with them, or maybe even tower above them. But how did a nation, once dismissed as a technology copycat, pull off something this bold? The story of the J-20 isn't just about engines and stealth coatings. It's about ambition, secrecy, rivalry, and the birth of a modern legend, the 1990s. The Cold War had ended and the world was entering a new military era. The United States had unveiled something jaw-dropping: the F-22 Raptor, the first fifth-generation stealth fighter. It was fast, it was invisible to radar, and it seemed untouchable. Russia scrambled to catch up with its Su-57 program, but struggled with funding. And China? China was still flying jets based on Soviet designs from decades earlier. To most of the world, Beijing was nowhere near producing anything that could rival America's stealth dominance. Western analysts scoffed. They can copy a Russian jet, maybe tweak it. But a true stealth fighter? Forget it. But inside Chengdu Aircraft Industry Group, a quiet revolution was underway. China's leaders had looked at the skies, looked at the Pacific, and realized a harsh truth. If war ever broke out, their pilots would face American Raptors and lose. That reality planted a seed. And engineers at Chengdu were told, if America has the Eagle, then China must awaken the Dragon. It was more than a technical project. It was about national pride, survival, and rewriting history. The secret project. It began under a cloak of secrecy, a code name: Project 718. Blueprints were drawn in windowless offices. Wind tunnel models are tested at midnight. Even workers assembling parts often didn't know what the full machine looked like. For years, whispers swirled in military circles. Satellite photos showed strange aircraft shapes at remote airfields. Could it be? Most experts dismissed the idea. The US had taken decades, billions of dollars in bleeding-edge research to produce the F-22. China? In the early 2000s, its aviation industry was still importing engines from Russia. Impossible, too advanced, too soon. But behind closed doors, the Dragon's wings were taking shape. First flight shockwave. Then came the moment nobody expected. January 11, 2011. On the very same day, U.S. Secretary of Defense Robert Gates arrived in Beijing. A massive black jet rolled onto a runway. Cameras clicked, engines roared, and the Chengdu J-20 lifted into the sky for the very first time. Coincidence? Or a carefully planned statement to the world? Either way, the message was loud and clear. We can do it too, and we've just proven it. The world gasped. Not only had China built a stealth fighter, it had unveiled it in the boldest, most dramatic way possible: the doubts. But the critics didn't stay silent for long. This thing is huge, analysts said. Too heavy, not maneuverable, it's just for show. Others pointed at its engines, Russian AL-31s borrowed from older fighters. They don't have the power. The jet can't supercruise like the F-22. Without engines, it's a paper dragon. And then there was stealth. Western experts doubted the radar-absorbing coating, doubted the finish, doubted the design itself. Some dismissed it outright. This isn't a real stealth fighter, it's a Hollywood prop. For a while, the J-20 was a punchline. The world saw it as a bold but clumsy attempt, a dragon with no fire in its breath, the evolution. But time has a way of proving people wrong. Over the years, the J-20 quietly evolved. Prototypes became production models. The bulky airframes were refined. The engines were upgraded, the avionics were modernized. Each new batch rolled out sleeker, deadlier, more refined. From 2017 onward, J-20s officially entered service with the People's Liberation Army Air Force. And suddenly, those who laughed before weren't laughing anymore. It wasn't just a parade prop. It was flying combat patrols. It was intercepting spy planes. It was circling the skies over contested waters. The paper dragon had sharpened its claws. The twist. Then came the twist nobody had seen coming. While everyone mocked its engines, the J-20 revealed a different weapon entirely. Its brain. Cutting-edge sensors. Electronic warfare systems. Advanced data links connecting it to drones, satellites, and other fighters. It wasn't built to dogfight one-on-one. It was built to be a networked predator. One J-20 could act as the eyes, another as the sword, another as the shield, sharing information instantly like a pack of hunters surrounding their prey. This wasn't copying the US playbook. This was a new one. The Dragon wasn't designed to fight alone. It was designed to dominate as part of a digital swarm, the human touch. For the pilots who fly it, the J-20 is more than a machine. It's a symbol. Some of them grew up watching their country field second-hand jets, always one step behind. Now, they strap into a cockpit filled with digital displays, stealth coatings around them, and the roar of a jet their fathers never dreamed China could build. One pilot described the feeling simply, "Every time I take off, I feel the pride of a billion people on my shoulders." And for the engineers, many spent their youth studying in crowded classrooms, told their nation could never match the West. Now, they see their creation on front pages around the world. The J-20 isn't just metal and wires, it's ambition turned into reality, the ripple effect. The ripple effect has been enormous. The US keeps more F-22s and F-35s stationed in the Pacific. Japan is racing to build its next-gen stealth fighter, the F-X. India is scrambling to speed up its AMCA program. Every nation in the region is adjusting its playbook because the Dragon is awake. And here's the paradox. The J-20 has never fired a shot in anger. Its greatest power isn't combat, it's psychological. It makes rivals wonder, what if? And in warfare, doubt can be as powerful as any missile. The future of the Dragon in closing. So what comes next? New, more powerful engines are being tested. Variants with 2 seats, where one pilot flies while another controls swarms of drones, are rumored to be in the works. And whispers speak of directed energy weapons, lasers, even AI-assisted combat systems. If this is what China built in secret 20 years ago, what could be flying in hidden hangars right now? The truth is, we don't know. And maybe that's the point. The J-20 began as a shadow, mocked, doubted, dismissed. But today it's a symbol of ambition, of rivalry, of a new chapter in the skies. It is the Dragon reborn. And it reminds us all of one thing. In the battle for the future, the sky itself is never settled.